Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the Age Gap Podcast. We are the Latchkey Kids, where
The more things change,
the more they stay the same, baby. All right, we got it. Nice. So Lou, tell me, what do we got going on today? Obviously, we have a guest on the show. Why don't you set it up for us?
Yeah, today we are here with Josh Florhaug, comedian.
Hey guys!
And he's going to be here with us talking about the family vacation.
Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation, had to get away.
You want to know something
No
crazy?
copyright.
I watched the sequel, the Ed Helms version of that movie, for the first time 2 days ago.
Nice.
So I know about vacation.
There we go. Also, you were just on a vacation.
I was just on a vacation. I watched it in Vegas.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
that is ironic.
You watched a vacation movie
I
while
watched
on
a vacation movie. It's not like, I don't do Vegas the way everybody thinks. My girlfriend's mom lives out there, so we stay at her house, which is way bigger than any hotel I've been in. And
A
her
lot
mom,
less drugs.
Yeah, we do drugs.
Yeah.
We do drugs in her room.
Don't
like,
incriminate yourself.
like, well, I'm talking about smoking weed. Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We'll take an edible in the room and we just feel like 16
Yeah.
right away. I'm like, she's like, we can't tell my mom. I'm like, your mom can't know.
Lou, that's a new record. That's like under 60 seconds, and we hit
we hit a weed reference. I
Wow.
fucking like it.
Josh with the record.
I know. I smoked
used
the
to hold
least
the
amount of
record.
weed than anyone. And I'm like, I took a gummy with my girlfriend. We got wild and we're like, let's not tell mama. And then we watched Vacation.
Hilarious. Okay, I will say this: a
wanna
good
go-
vacation movie. Let's start it off. A good vacation movie it gives you a different appreciation
Oh.
for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always thought that going to the theater was a waste when you're out somewhere, because you're like, I could do this at home.
Right.
But then you remember that movie is tied in with now a trip.
All right. I thought you were going to say a movie about a vacation. And I had to say National Lampoon's Family Vacation.
Yep.
The Griswolds, Chevy Chase.
Also,
Such a good movie.
Such a great
right.
movie.
Also,
Wally
Christmas
World.
Vacation.
Christmas
Christmas
I
Vacation?
see Christmas Vacation. Quentin Tarantino's movie shows old movies. They always show it in December. I always go.
That's awesome.
I love to see that movie, and I love to see it on the big screen.
I've only seen it in the summer.
Really?
Yeah, Christmas movies in the summer, dude.
In all fairness, Christmas in California is not Christmas.
That's true. I'm from the
It's
Midwest
like-
where there is snow.
Yeah.
There is the you want to call it a miracle when you
Yeah.
live there. You're like, I hate this.
There's no sleigh bells a ringing out here.
No, it's cold. It sucks. You can't play outside, especially if you go to all your cousins. You're just in a cramped small house.
You got to walk everywhere because you can't drive.
Yeah,
It's just
and
like-
everybody's on the road, so there's traffic, even though it's a Sunday.
And like I'm from Boston, people are just miserable in general, dashing through the snow. in a one-horse open sleigh.
The idea of Christmas, we can all agree, is a lot more fun than actual Christmas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The like you said, the lights, the movies, doing all that leading up to Christmas, but Christmas Day kind of sucks.
Getting your ass kicked in a Best Buy parking lot.
Yeah.
While someone takes your 50-inch TV. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, or deep cleaning your house, even though everyone that's coming over is just as dirty.
Yeah. It's like the same people were just here.
Yeah.
And we didn't clean up because they came separately. They all
Right.
know this house sucks.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
do I
right.
have to clean? And then they're going to come over and the house is going to be trash in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then after, guess what I get to do? The same thing.
Clean it up.
Yeah.
Did you have plastic on the furniture?
No.
My grandma
We
did.
rock that.
My grandma had the plastic couch.
Did you have the one room no one was allowed in except like visitors during Christmas time?
Ooh, we did have that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we at my grandma's house, for some reason, the big living room.
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
out of the big living
It's always the biggest one with what looks like the nicest furniture. And they're like, nope, go sit on the broken couch,
Yeah.
all of you.
It's
But
just-
that's why it's the nicest furniture.
Yeah.
It's because no one sits on
Oh,
it.
after the first Christmas, it looks like the other living room.
Yeah.
It's basically just a museum exhibit. Like
Yeah.
kids just like looking through the glass and interesting.
This is what it could be.
There's like a sign, do not touch it anyway.
You guys all just imagine what Christmas would be like in there, even though you could live it.
It could be Christmas every day.
So let's take it back before, because I got Christmas is going to be its own episode. Josh, first family vacation.
Oh, the first family vacation I can remember. This is crazy because it's two things. We talked about a little bit. I'm from Minnesota. We didn't go anywhere. We just went up north because we lived in Minneapolis, St. Paul. So we lived in the city. We'd just go to the rural area and we'd stay in a cabin on a lake
Right.
where mostly people lived. It was like Airbnb before Airbnb. It's just like this lake rents out a lot.
Yeah.
So it'd be one of those situations. So it'd be kind of a campground, but everybody had their own cabin. We'd stay there. I remember this. This is a weird memory. I jumped on the trampoline in the cabin with a girl with no legs. It's one of my first memories.
I'm not laughing. Shout out to the disabled.
I brought it up to my mom. I go, did she not have legs from the knee down? I remember that. My mom goes, yeah, we just used it as a learning lesson for you guys because you were all so young. We just kind of told you. And this is what I've always believed. Some people just don't have legs. Like, I just know not to ask and stuff because from a young age, anybody I see without a leg, part of me believes they were born that way.
Dude.
Because that's what my mom told me about the little girl. My mom had no idea. Because my mom wasn't asking that question.
Yeah,
but
nobody is.
My whole life, up until last year, I asked my mom, I go, was that girl really born with no legs? She goes, how would I know?
Yeah, right.
She goes, she could have lost her legs that year, Josh. And I'm like,
she lost them in the
and
war,
I'm like,
dude.
but you told me that, and I believed it. She goes, I know that. Why I told you it.
They got eaten off in the lake. Don't go in the deep end.
That's why her family was rich. They're like, we come back to the lake kind of to stick it to them.
Yeah, no, my mom would have used that as a learning opportunity. She would have been like, well, she didn't listen to her mom.
Yeah.
And that's why she don't have legs.
Yeah, so a lot of years was just a cabin not far from our house.
Right. And hey, good reference on your morality for not like being freaked out by the legless girl because a lot of kids would have been like, I don't want to get that.
I think we came down to the trampoline and then there was we saw a girl jumping on and she had no legs and I think I looked up
she
at
was
my mom
having a ball.
and I was like, that girl doesn't have legs. And then I think my mom and dad were like, some people just don't have legs. And I was like, oh yeah.
Do you want to jump on the trampoline or not?
Yeah, aren't you blessed you were born with legs?
Yeah.
And then I'm thanking them for legs.
Yo, did you guys ever see that video? I don't know if this is true, but apparently a guy won a wrestling tournament, first place, no arms, no legs.
I saw that dude.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
a real guy.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
real?
that dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That must have been, imagine second place.
Imagine having to wrestle that guy for first place.
I'd be like, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
You got it. Like,
I'd be like, how do I let him feel like he's doing good?
Right.
Because what am I gonna win?
You got to be like, ow, it hurts.
imagine being the second place kid's dad and just like, your son got beat with a guy with no legs. He's like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, but he also has to be like, you have to let him win.
Just lay down.
Yeah.
Just lay down. Just lay down.
Make him earn it, but you can't win.
Lou, what about you? First family vacation.
First family vacation.
Yeah,
Oh,
did you leave
man.
your zip code?
Yeah, right. It had to be. It was either Mexico or Arizona.
That's
So
it's the same
Mexico.
thing.
Yeah,
That's the
basically
same
Mexico.
I lived in Arizona for 8 years. It's Mexico. I've
Right.
been to like Guadalajara and stuff. I felt the same.
Yeah, right. It's nice. It's kind of hot. A little dangerous.
Yeah.
You know?
I can understand what they're saying, but I can't say anything back.
Right.
That's what I know for Spanish is I can hear certain words and then I build the sentence and then I hope it's right when I answer in the English, broken English, they don't know.
I think it's a two-way street where it's like, if you don't know Spanish versus like a Mexican dude who doesn't know English, you just kind of smile and you nod.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't know what you're signing up for.
I've worked in restaurants my whole life. There's people I've worked with for years where all we've done is smile and nod at each other.
Right.
Hot hostess walks by, we always go, hey.
Josh, you were definitely not what I expected. Oh, man.
So yeah, it was either Mexico for cheap medicine. Shout out to the U.S. Healthcare system.
The pink and blues?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to go there with my grandma.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
Go to Nogales.
Either that or Lake Havasu for spring break.
Okay. But that was cool because you got to see like
I saw my first vagina.
Oh, you saw a vagina?
My first
I was
vagina.
going to say that might have been when you saw your first divorcee's boobs. But you're seeing vaginas.
To be fairness, in all fairness, she was probably divorced.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out my ex-wife.
what's up, buddy?
No, but yeah, it was some lady. It was some guy like you always know the guy with the boat.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, show these kids your puss.
Yeah, no. They were just like making out way too hard, like in front of everyone.
And hers fell out?
It kind of, yeah. Yeah, I think her swimsuit was probably borrowed or something.
Okay.
And it just the left lip was just kind of like,
And he had some like 1990s profane T-shirt, like Big Johnson's.
Yeah.
It's from Abercrombie, but it's like somewhere in Delaware.
Yeah.
It's called like Big Spunk.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know, like I kind of knew about cocaine, but not really.
Yeah, you learned that day.
But I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, my dad sold cocaine when I was a kid, so I've always known what it is.
Yeah, right.
Not to brag, how was your guys' childhood? That's why we got to go to the cabin. Shout out, Dad.
Dude, hey Josh, it's snowing in Minnesota.
He's just pulling out bags of coke when I'm too young, and he's like, guess he's going on vacation. And I'm like, what? And then I thought we were getting cake, and we never got cake, but we got to go on vacation. And he's like, this is like cake.
Better than cake, kids.
Yeah. Good Lord, that's amazing.
But the Twins win and lost 15 times in between that, and he kept telling me we were going and we weren't going.
I thought we were going on vacation.
No.
They're on a 4-game losing streak. No one's going anywhere.
If the pitcher would get his fucking shit together, then maybe we can.
Yeah. You know what? If they lose 4 more times, we're not even going to have a house.
And you kids want to go to Disneyland?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Oh, okay. That brings us to another topic. Did you guys ever? I saw recently that there was a poll, and it said that 75% of parents will go into debt to take their kids to Disneyland. Did you guys ever go to Disney World?
God, no.
Disneyland?
Oh, did you listen to that mom who never took me to Disneyland? My grandma took me one time. My grandma, when I was 14, if you're listening, my grandma listens to everything. She loves me.
Shout out.
She took us to Disneyland. This is crazy. We lived in Arizona at the time, went to high school in Arizona. We were on like the second flight from Phoenix to LAX, and we flew just me and my brother and sister. I was the oldest. I was 13. So we were all minors. This is the first time we saw the ocean too.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was right when they implemented the metal detectors and everything. It's right after 9/11.
Oh, okay.
So a military personnel with an M16 had to walk a 13-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl, and 8-year-old boy to their gate and wait at their gate till they got on the plane.
To the happiest place on earth.
Yeah. And in his defense, you did have coke on you.
Yeah, right.
He was
didn't
probably
know.
like, I wish I could just get shot in war. Because it's just 2 little kids going, have you ever shot your gun? Have you ever shot a person? Would you ever shoot a person? How many people do you think you could shoot with that gun? Can I hold the gun?
Yeah,
Can
right.
I hold the gun? What if we both hold the gun?
Can we take a picture with the guy?
Yeah, for just an hour. I bet he was like, I would let the Taliban behead me right now if they would just
He's just got it in his mouth.
I'm about to be a statistic right now.
He's like, you kids want to see how the gun works?
Tell my wife I love her.
Tell Brenda she had hot cans.
That's hilarious.
He just unalives himself in front of you guys.
Oh man, I went to Disneyland once. This was like when like with the family went once.
Oh, because you lived here, you got to go probably for like class trips.
Yeah, every other time I went to Disneyland, I was trying to finger a girl in line.
What's with you and Vicky? Like sexual assault?
It's it's a magical time.
I've been
8th grade was crazy, bro.
I've been to Disneyland 3 times with significant others, and it's crossed my head to finger, and I was like, not even gonna, and it was like, not even gonna fucking try.
Nah, because as an adult, you end up on a list.
I don't want to ruin. And this is for my girlfriend I live with. I'm like, I don't want to ruin Disneyland and fingering in the same day.
Right. Yeah, because as an adult, you end up on a list. But
Yeah,
when you're in 8th grade,
you're
the
just
list
cool.
that you end up on is like being the cool guy.
Yeah.
The list of cool kids in school.
That's a list of, dude, we got a high five.
You get picked first in gym class.
Yeah,
Did you hear Lou fingered on Space Mountain? The whole ride. He has a picture and everything. You can almost see a lip.
dude. No, yeah. We went on Matterhorn,
Mickey
and
Mouse just throws him the fuck out.
it was so weird. We went on Matterhorn, and Matterhorn is one person, someone sits in front of you, and
Right.
then another person. So it's 3 people, and I was in the
Cool.
middle, and I was holding on to my girl's boobs at the time. And then there was just like some big Mexican dude behind us, just kind of like awkwardly, like, I wish I wasn't on this ride right now.
That's how prison feels. What if he just, when you guys were going down the big thing, he was like, "What do those chatas feel like?"
Yeah.
He leans over.
Give me high five.
Yeah. Tight, bro.
I remember 8th grade.
You're going places, kid.
Remember the like the school dance and just shamelessly grabbing ass? And
Yeah.
like, people are like,
Oh yeah, I never asked. I was just grabbing butts, and they were like, "Ooh."
It was weird if you asked at the time. They're like, "What? Get out of here, nerds!"
Yeah.
Of course
so
not.
we got till the end.
I'll tell you no by embarrassing you in front of all your kids.
Right.
Every friend you have is gonna find out you grabbed my butt like a dummy.
Facts. I always thought it was really weird the people that volunteered to be at the school dance,
I don't see
like with the flashlight. Hey,
yeah.
hey, break it up, kids, break it up.
Yeah, that seemed like they were a person in charge, and now that I think about it, that's the creepiest job to have. It's like,
Right?
I'm gonna watch a bunch of little boys with boners.
Yeah.
Save some space for the Holy Ghost.
I went to school in the inner city. There's like girls twerking.
Yeah.
Different time,
Dude,
different
we had
time.
twerk train. It was like 10 girls just twerking on each other, just grinding on each other, and then like dudes coming up and being shy and like kind of walking away.
In 8th grade, I would look away, but look like this.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even feel comfortable looking at a twerk train in 8th grade. I had such shame. I would be like,
And then there was the one cool guy that was at the back of the train, like, yeah. Everyone just talked about him for the
And then he
rest of
turned
the
out
year.
to be gay later on in
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
It was like,
right,
whoa, that's why
exactly.
he had no fear of the wind.
yeah. And I was like, how hasn't Tony gotten a boner yet? He's so cool. He's not even getting boners.
I'm about to come.
I haven't looked in 5 minutes because I can't.
Tony's killing it over there. Oh.
He's twerking on top of them.
Did you hear Tony and Mike got engaged like 10 years later?
You get the Evite, and you're like, oh.
It all makes sense. Yeah.
Tony really liked figure skating. You know?
It was the guy that Mike beat up but had to do sleepovers at his house. So you hated Mike. Yeah, I hated that I loved him.
Hated
Why-
how hot he was.
Why can't I quit you?
But
Man.
on that tape, Disneyland, we had bootleg, like just 45 minutes north of Boston. It was New Hampshire, and they had like a carnival basically.
Yeah.
And my
Minnesota had one too, a theme park with 2 roller coasters.
yeah. That's exactly what this was.
3-hour lines for each of them.
$5 to get in, maybe
Yeah.
less, $2.50. And my mom was like, "Yeah, this is Disneyland."
Welcome to Disneyland, son.
It's basically the same thing, but as baby rides, Josh. Do you want to go on baby rides?
And it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And
It's like Disneyland, except the husbands yell at the wives the whole time.
it was so white trash. New Hampshire is like white trash central. Like you talk about Arizona being Mexican.
Yeah.
blah, blah. Come with me to New Hampshire. It'll be like, holy crap. It's all Kevin's.
Yeah,
it's all you.
It's the same vibe, just different color. You know what I mean?
Some cool guy would come up to you and he'd go, "You ever have hot picante?" Am I saying that right? Picante?
Picante.
Do you ever have I the hot stuff? I didn't want to say I was like you, but I can eat like 3 whole chips of hot
That's what's
picante.
up. That's honestly
That's how
like,
New Hampshire and Minnesota is. You ever have like the hot kind? You mean of the American salsa?
Yeah, right.
No, the hot kind's pretty hot.
Remember that salsa commercial? Made in New York
Oh,
City. You know,
dude,
guy get all pissed.
that just came up
Get
on
a
my
rope.
feed recently, and it was like they hung this guy for having New York salsa.
He goes,
Get a rope.
They can't keep him alive. He's a Yank.
Yeah, for real. Get this queer salsa away from me.
that's basically what. And then we're going to murder you.
We can't have you living.
It was actually a commercial for the state of Texas. It wasn't even salsa.
Get a rope.
Our Texas has X's in the name.
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
Back on vacation. Was this? Do you guys ever encounter this? The vacation club, like you join like a timeshare or a Club Med.
Even worse
Or-
than that,
Yeah.
it's kind of scummy. I went to school for hotel and restaurant management, and I worked at a
You're
nicer.
in Vegas like this.
I worked at a nicer Marriott in Scottsdale, Arizona, and we had to tell people that we had it. We had to be like, we have a vacation club. If you guys are looking to get out.
Nice.
Can you describe vacation? Is it a scam? People avoid it.
It's like it's like a timeshare, but for hotel rooms.
Oh God. So you literally get a hotel room for a week.
Yeah, and then you usually rent it to somebody else. Basically, now you have an Airbnb.
It's a time. It's okay. It's a fucking what's that? Pyramid.
Yeah, it's like a pyramid.
scheme.
Yeah.
It's not. It's owned by the corporations, but so they get all the money at the end. But yeah,
it's weird. Like I was doing some research about timeshare. You literally like sell your soul.
Yeah.
Like once you're locked into this deed, you can't like get out unless you
Oh,
get
I'm
like.
sure. Yeah, the legal writing is airtight. Huh?
Like if I had a timeshare and I was like, shit, I don't want this anymore. I'm like, Lou, hey, remember we were talking about the friend that tries to sell you insurance? Like you haven't talked to him in like 10 years.
oh, I love that guy.
That's the timeshare.
But I've gotten those timeshares too because I went to school for hotel and restaurant management. So some of those guys that I went to school with get sucked into it,
Yep.
and they're like, "Dude, you're just working all the time." I work at a new place, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, sweet." They're like, "Yeah, you should get reservations." And I'm like, "Yeah, can I look on like Expedia or something?" And they're like, "No, dude, go through me. You like to get out like
We're
once,
friends, right?
Yeah, you like to get out like once, twice a year. Let me lock that down for you, man.
Yeah.
There's 50 locations. It's
Is that why you bought me this beer right now?
I'm kind of saving you money. Like I'm trying to hook you up.
I'm doing you a favor.
I'm trying to
I'm
hook you
helping
up. Yeah. Do you not want? You don't want it?
What are you, gay?
No, that's cool. That's
I'm
cool.
walking
that's cool.
away.
Yeah.
I'm walking away. I'm walking away.
That's cool. I was just trying to help you because you got me that room one time. I was just trying to pay it forward with a great deal, but no, you don't like great deals.
Yeah, this guy, he tried to rope me into
Guess you're
like,
a pussy. I don't know.
Yeah.
He would try to rope me in. We were talking about this last week. He tried to rope me into like some sort of pyramid scheme. I don't know what exactly it
Yeah.
was because I didn't let him get far enough to get to the pitch. Because you know they usually give you one or two
Yeah.
to try to.
How do you want to make more money?
Yeah, right.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
You don't want to be
Exactly.
rich. What's
Yeah.
the-
And I told him I was like, I kind of feel like I know where this is going. So let me just tell you, like, not interested. And he just goes, so you just want to be broke the rest of your life?
Yep, that's exactly what they say. Oh, I just thought you wanted to get rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He worked at Starbucks at the time.
These guys worked at the airport that tried to sell me the last time. They're bartenders with me. They're like, we got a side business if you want to be part of it. And I thought it was catering because I was a bartender and I knew you could make good money doing that. I'm like, oh, cool, probably like high-end catering. And I went and he goes, all right, you're here. You want to make money? And I'm like, hell yeah, catering.
You said that 12 times. What's the sell here?
And he was like, how would you like to make money on bills you and your friends already pay? Because you get a cut of everything. And I was like, oh, are you rich? And he's like, no, but I'm on my, and I'm like,
I'm
nope.
on the way.
But a guy I know.
Yeah.
The guy that got me into it,
Yeah.
he's doing pretty well.
My friend last week just got put in the Lexus Club, brand new Lexus. I'm
Oh,
like,
they-
you drove here in a Suburban from the 80s. And he's like, so close to the Lexus, though.
I just need you and one more person.
Yeah, I'm driving this till it dies, and then I'm Lexuses for the rest of my life.
They love that too. Like they give you like a brand, like, yeah, he's our diamond dealer.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he makes $12 a month.
Yeah.
You know, like
And 6 of them are from you.
But he's telling you how rich he's
Yeah.
gonna be. He's
Yeah.
like,
He's in the Black Label Club. Yeah, he does awesome.
my wife's already looking at summer homes because we're gonna probably buy 5 of them. I want to stretch on the lake, not just one house.
you know, I'll let her do all the interior
Yeah.
designing.
How long have you been with this? Oh, 27 years. And you make what? You get $19 a month, but I'm
At
right
30.
there. I'm right there at the 30-year double black diamond silver platinum.
How I really make my money is I don't pay taxes on anything.
Anything. Ever.
Haven't found me yet.
Actually, can you cover this bill and I'll give
Yeah.
you cash?
Oh, I have a good one. And this is something we can all relate to. Okay, have you in your adult life gone on a group vacation with your homies or mixed girls and guys,
Oh,
and
dude.
it never turns out
Yeah.
good?
It's never.
No, thankfully, no.
I have on my notes too. The guy who never pays for shit.
Oh,
but
because
he-
he's also the guy that no one knows that well,
Yeah,
too.
right. And he goes on the trip, but he wants like lobster, steak. So yeah, any experiences with that? The group.
We just talked about this. I went to Vegas. The reason I went to Vegas this weekend was for my best friend in college. He's still my best friend. I've been the best man in both his weddings. I said that right. 10 years apart.
Hey, we're going 3 for 3 next year, baby.
This one's gonna make it.
The second wedding, the first night, me and my buddy Joey, who were in the wedding, we took care of the dinner with all the groomsmen and stuff.
That's big of you.
Yeah, and this one guy's like, oh, I got you guys when we go to the wedding because we're going to go to a nice spot after.
He never gets you.
And he didn't come. He's like, after the wedding, he's like, oh, me and her are going to get out
Yep,
early.
I know that guy.
And they didn't go to the party. They just left town.
Driving home like, phew.
And me and my buddy are like, remember we got that guy? We brought this up. The party was Friday. We were talking about the wedding. All three of us were sitting there, and he goes, remember that guy? Because it was a birthday party, so the girl was there. And he goes, oh, where's that girl's shit boyfriend? And he goes, oh, they broke up. And he goes, yeah, I can see why. And she goes, you got some new boyfriend. He goes, that new boyfriend was me and Josh a meal.
The nameless interloper that never pays.
No.
Every man watching this show right now knows exactly. He can see the face.
Yeah, everybody's like, fucking Steve. Every time.
I think his name was Steve.
As someone
Brenda's boyfriend.
As someone who's been like taken care of a few times, I at least try to give a service. I try to make everything fun for everyone.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna say he's like working on the guy's car, like changing the oil.
I try to make service. The guy needs his tires rotated. I rotated them.
I will never like suggest something that I can't myself pay for.
Yeah.
Right.
But if someone's like, hey, we should all go bungee jumping, I'd be like, I don't got it. And then they'll bring me along, and I'm just like, fuck. Now I gotta do like my best hour for these guys.
They're like,
I gotta make sure bungee jumping is the most fun because of me.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I want them to be like, oh, we win.
I wish-
But you should have saw Luke.
He did a fucking backflip.
Yeah.
I wish Lou was gonna give like the poor man's alternative. Like, yeah, we're gonna go bungee jumping. Lou's like, I think I saw a rope swing.
You guys don't want to hit the lake?
Yeah. You guys want to just swing?
I had back surgery like last month. So
I'll push. You guys could just sit.
I wasn't going to tell you guys, but I have spinal bifida.
I haven't heard spinal bifida since 1986.
Lou has it. That's why I can't go.
Yeah, can't go bungee jumping.
But what if we all went to endless apps for $9.99?
That I got you.
Because I was thinking about taking care of the groom. I mean, I guess I could still pay for it even though I'm not going.
You guys want some gas station sushi? It's totally legit. My God. Yeah, the group thing, it's the guy that doesn't pay, the scrub, the guy who has the shitty girlfriend. Do you know that?
Who has the breakup on night 2?
Yeah.
Dude,
Out of
that's my
5 nights-
biggest fear.
Me and Sasha broke up. I'm telling you guys, we're done.
She gets hammered and just like emasculates him, like, you don't have sex with me good. You know, like,
Your dick hasn't worked in 6.5 weeks.
I just met you, bro, but can I talk to you? Maybe this isn't gonna work.
And they're the one couple that's posting pictures the whole time.
Oh, they have the joint Facebook account.
yeah.
She's doing the hand one, like pulling him
from behind, from in front.
And
yeah.
he's making this face.
Meanwhile,
My ball and chain.
Yeah.
he's in the hotel tying a noose.
But he had to ask her to charge the rope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Ace and buy some rope. It's $6.99. Can I have $6.99?
You're too much of a pussy to do it.
And then they're back together by the end of the trip.
Probably didn't even tie it right.
Dickless.
And then you can hear them having sex from the next room over.
And he's like, I'm gonna marry you.
I'm gonna put a kid in you, and we're gonna be married forever.
And she goes, put all the kids in me.
Hilarious.
Yep.
I skipped a Vegas trip one time because, like I said, couldn't afford it. So I was like, I'm not going. And then my friends came back, and it was literally every single trope you guys just said. Like, one couple they broke up, got back together. And then there's this one guy, the itinerary guy.
Oh.
And he will.
I like planning. I like
At
where
night-
the itinerary guy's head's at in the beginning of the trip. I'm for him night 1. Night 1, I know this is a bad take. 1 and 2, I'm usually on that guy's side. I'm like, come on, guys. I mean, it's all the stuff we
It
want to
is a
do.
good idea.
Yeah, it's all the stuff we want to do. Just fucking be ready. Don't get in the shower 5 minutes for the van gets there, you piece of shit. Take a shower before.
The first time itinerary guy says, "All right, we're gonna do breakfast at 8:30 a.m." I'm like, "No,
I'm out."
No.
Oh. Itinerary guy usually knows us.
Yeah.
And also, do you guys have this? The guy the party animal who gets too hammered by 7 p.m. every night?
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy's like, I get out drink you guys. I get out like bungee jump you guys. I get out race car you guys. And he can't. And he hurts himself or he gets too drunk.
We can't go back to this bar, our
Yeah.
favorite bar here.
The whole day starts with stories about how he's the king.
Right.
And he's like, once
I
10
run this town.
Once 10 hits, J-Rock comes into play, and you guys don't want to see J-Rock.
Yeah.
And then at 9:30, he's like, Yeah, we gotta go to bed, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, what happened to J-Rock? Oh, J-Rock will come
He
out
just-
tomorrow.
He's in the hotel prison right
Yeah.
now.
He just
Or the
vomits
opposite
on-
of that, we've had the guy who at 4 p.m. like in Vegas is sitting in the MGM casino. We're not staying there with, like you said, vomit on his shirt, asleep. And you're like, Frank, get up.
You got like the towel.
Yeah. The cops are like, we're gonna arrest your friend if you just get Frank. I say that because we went to a bachelor party in our early 20s. We found our friend Frank. He was 23, face down in the sidewalk in front of the hotel. And we were like,
God.
come on, Frank. And he goes, all right.
I had that.
Just put me somewhere and I'll be fine.
We just threw him on the floors of Virginia Beach.
Oh my god! Yeah, the guy that goes down when the sun's still out,
Yeah.
he's volatile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very volatile.
Oh, because
Fight somebody.
he also wakes up at midnight, 1 a.m.,
Yeah,
just ready to go.
Yeah,
When you guys are
second
calling
wing.
it a night.
Come on, guys, get up.
Oh, you guys are going to bed now? Dude, we went to
Pussy.
dinner. We went and played laser tag. We played putt-putt, and now we're at our 4th bar. We're done.
They broke up and got back together
Yeah,
by the
look
time
at that
you're-
making out. You should have seen them 2 hours ago. He told us he got why OJ did it.
I call that drunk the Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
He's out, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, the Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Bong.
Yeah. And he's like, let's go.
He's got power again.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, the guy.
I'm usually such a steady, like
You're the person people like.
yeah, right. I'll like keep it at the same level for so long that I will walk. Like okay, you pay for bungee jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take him for a walk.
Okay.
I'll take 12 o'clock guy.
You
for
know
a
what? That's
walk.
worth it to me sometimes because I don't drink a ton. So I'm a lot of the times the sober guy, and I hate that too.
You're LA sober.
Yeah, I smoke weed. I didn't smoke weed till I moved here,
Oh, okay.
and I still, like I said,
That's
like,
a requirement.
I'll have a gummy with my girlfriend. We're not Cheech and Chong. Don't make me sound cool. We're taking a 10 milligram and watching The Sopranos.
Dude, that's a fucking
You
night.
just nailed it.
Yeah, you just got you.
But
We're gonna hang out later.
I am all day paying for your bungee jumping. If you're like, are you gonna kill that guy who's too drunk? And I'm like, I kind of will. And you're like, you want me to go put him to bed? And I'm like, bungee jumping all day on here.
yeah,
All day.
that's
Luke-
my service.
Yeah.
Luke can talk about Chris Maltasanti for hours.
yeah, facts.
I just started it.
Oh, it's
That's
dude,
why I brought it up. I'm just starting season 5.
nice.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
It's a good ride. You're gonna be pissed at some point.
I'm pissed all the time. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
I'm pissed that I watched Tony Soprano beat a lady up and I couldn't hate him more. And at the end, I'm like, man, I hope he really figures it out with his kids.
Yeah.
I'm
I hope
like,
he's okay.
I'm like, this is the most disgusting guy I've ever met. I'm like, his kids don't respect him enough. Carmela has it good. Shouldn't be so mean. She should always have the ziti ready.
But that's awesome that you guys Lou will take a walk.
I'll
walk the
I'll
guy.
jump on the grenade. dude.
Yeah, that's good of you, man.
That's
'Cause
that's a good guy.
I used to be the responsible guy, but now I'm like, I'm too damn old.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't handle your shit, that's
Yeah.
on you. You know?
We'll pick you up on Monday, bro. We'll get you out the jail.
Because I am the sober guy, I sometimes have no remorse. I'm like, whatever, he did it to himself. He's going to stay there.
Yeah, that's fair, and that's fair. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
On the topic of group vacation, whatever, have you guys ever done destination wedding?
No. Once Denver for my cousin.
Oh, okay.
This is going to sound trashy. Up north Minnesota, 3 hours away in the Great Lakes.
No.
And me and my brother went up 2 days before, and my cousin went up who was getting married. It was a small wedding. Most of us who were all friends,
Mhm.
so just not her friends, all went up 2 days early, and we turned it into a super fun. It was when I was drinking more drinking trip.
Right.
We went, this is because you brought this up. We went to a diner, a small diner. We took up the whole bar. There was 2 tables that weren't us. We were the whole
Wow.
bar. There was 13 of us.
So in
We had Crown Royal Maple. We were pouring it in front of the server in our coffees. And she goes, you want me to dump some of that out for you, honey? Because my coffee was full. Like, she was like, this is illegal, but you're my whole business.
Now, can you fill us in on audio? I've never been to. Actually, I've been to Detroit. Is Detroit on the Great Lakes?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's in, but Michigan is.
What are the great? Was it salt waters? I'm like dumb.
No,
I don't
it's
know.
fresh water. They're just huge and you can't see across them.
Oh wow! So it's
So it's like an ocean.
Yeah, it's
kinda.
like an ocean.
Can you
but
surf?
They
or-
no, they freeze up. So in the winter they're really
It's
pretty.
miserable.
Because there's little waves and they freeze.
Yeah.
Up there is miserable in the winter, but in the summer for 2.5 months is it the greatest time.
Are
in
people
the
like
world.
jet skiing?
Oh,
and,
Oh, you can't rent a cabin for under $400 a night
wow! No way.
because you're on the Great Lakes. It's beautiful. They're huge.
Wow! Can you go fishing?
Oh yeah,
I sound like the biggest like
I went for a
city
bachelor
guy,
party.
like, "Ugh."
12 of us guys. We rented this giant cabin. We went salmon fishing
That's cool.
on the Great Lakes.
That's cool.
For a bachelor party. Yeah, this wedding was on the Great Lakes. We went in the spring, so not cold enough to go in, but pretty enough to see.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. That's now
You
should
sold
be
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be a tourist
Hey,
agent.
you got,
Oh,
you got
the-
like a
The
week.
fishing trip, we went in like right before salmon season. We all caught a good amount of salmon to bring home.
Nice.
But it was like, I think it was $180 a person to go out twice for 6 hours a time on a charter boat with charter pilots and casters and stuff. You're basically just reeling the fish in. Just a
But
regular.
you make your money back in salmon.
Yeah, and they clean them for you.
Oh, that's good.
And there was
You would fall for the fucking timeshare. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He said you make your money back in salmon.
Look at that. He's like, we could go twice a year.
Josh is like, after the show, Kevin, we're gonna talk. You know,
Dude, you're fucking good, dude. You're fucking good.
I don't even know what city I was in. But also, this happened. I don't know his name. Look him up. It's not Dan Marley, but the other white guy who played for the Suns in the early 90s was there.
okay.
We're this many people. There's 12 of us for a bachelor party. We were taking over bars because they're small town bars. We went to the sports bar. There's a big guy drinking Patron, and his wife is hammered, and she goes, "My husband was an NBA player." And I'm from Phoenix. I like the NBA. I go, "Are you the?" She goes, "We live in Phoenix." I go, "Are you the other white guy who wasn't Dan Marley?" And he goes,
Like,
"I'm
"Yep,
so and so, bitch." And then he goes, "Let me get 36 Yag bombs,
Whoa.
For the whole party?
3 each for all of us and himself."
Wow.
That guy.
And we go, "What?" He
Needs
goes,
friends.
"He goes, thought you guys out on a bachelor party."
Yeah.
And we did Yag bombs with him, and we're all. I have just started comedy. This is like 10 years ago, so I'm nobody. I've met nobody. We're all hanging out with an NBA player,
That's awesome.
Taking pictures.
doing Jaeger shots. I know that he existed, didn't even know his name, and I'm the only one who knew that.
That's awesome.
Who was it? I don't know. One of those 6'5" dudes. Whatever.
And then 2 of my friends who are big dudes helped carry him out of the bar.
he was
Dude,
gone. Yeah.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
he sound from the 36 Yeg bombs. I thought you were having a bachelor party. He sounds like 1 a.m. second wind. Just woke up.
Oh,
from
we
the
did
nap.
those gag bombs and we were all having light beers. He was drinking like a whiskey on the rocks and he was pounding them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna last the night.
No.
You were doing that stuff.
But also he was just with his wife. He was like, "I'm just blacking out."
Hey,
If you were married to this, you would do it too.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And they got married just on the lake.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But the 2
The
days. we were
NBA
just-
guy showed up to the wedding. Like, what's up?
Just throwing up in the lake.
I'm like, "Don't worry, he plays for the Suns."
He's cool. He's cool, guys.
That's awesome. So I always thought the destination wedding was like the most selfish thing. It's like, you're coming to my wedding, right? Yeah, sure. When is it? It's in Aruba. I'm like, so I have to buy a plane
Well,
ticket.
you have to
Like,
go
you
into debt to go to your fucking.
Oh, that's what we did for this destination wedding. That was my cousin's, even though it's 3 hours away. We got to get a cabin where the wedding is and
Yeah.
all this stuff. That's why I went 2 days early, because I'm like, well, we're not going to go on vacation in the next 6 months, so let's just make this our vacation.
Rent a tux, get a flight,
Yeah.
get a hotel. I was like, can't I just give you a toaster and be
Yeah.
done with it? And like,
$1,500, I could buy you a used car.
Right? I'm telling
Here, just take the Civic instead.
Yeah. Here's a 96 Civic.
Like we said, like off camera, like just take the kidney. Like,
Yeah.
I got. You're gonna need it eventually.
Yeah, you can, whatever you want.
Right.
I don't know. Did Lou offer to carry the drunk guy away?
right.
Did he already give you that? Because I want to give you that.
It's a coupon. One free drunk guy carry. Like, yep, here you go. Put that in the box there. Yeah, that's good too. Don't lose that.
That's indefinite.
No expiration date on that. What about on that same thing? Spring break trip.
You've done it.
Lake Havasu, come
Yeah.
on. I saw my first vagina.
Oh, okay. All right. But did you ever?
I've never done the Mexico, the big thing.
Cancun?
I've done the party destinations in the summer, so they were still going. I did a lot of people from Phoenix go there, Rocky Point, Mexico.
I think I've been.
You've never been there? Because you said you've been to Phoenix a lot. It's just like right over the border, kind of that little tuck of ocean.
Okay, gotcha.
Like in the Gulf, you just go there.
We're more like West Coast,
Okay.
Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tijuana.
TJ, Rosarito, Ensenada.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Is Tijuana really as bad as they say?
No, I've been to Tijuana a bunch of times.
Nah, but it does have the yellow filter from all the movies for sure.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're in a Tarantino like
Yeah,
trailer.
exactly.
There's a lot of sandy pollution that's gross, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
No.
I mean, I don't know about you. I went when I was a kid, like between 18 and 20. I worked
Because your dad was drug smuggling.
because my dad was drug smuggling.
I was muling coke for my
My dad made me put it in my Polly Pocket lunchbox. No, we'd go because I worked at a hotel, so we get the employee discount. So we'd go to the ocean. We crammed 6 people into one $40 employee discount room where I promised I'd never do that.
Yeah.
But we couldn't drink, so we'd just walk across the border, get hammered at border bars, and walk back
Nice.
because our hotel had a shuttle.
Wow,
awesome.
that's cool.
Yeah, because it was cheaper. But again, I'm a dumb white kid, and I was with other dumb white kids. I think there was a black guy with us, so just some
guys-
white kids and a black guy where none of us know great
That's
Spanish.
what we call an NBC sitcom, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we were
Dumb
we were,
white kids and a black guy.
Yeah.
Coming
Yeah.
to ABC.
Yeah, but we had no one who even looked like they could have been from there. Like it was just like, ooh, and now we're hammered.
Yeah.
One kid's wearing a shirt that says USA,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Oh yeah, we were all probably wearing polo shirts, and it was like we just go get drunk and walk back. We were very robbable, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have to fit in. He puts on a sombrero. you
And
know.
all the bars we went to took cash, so we had a bunch of cash on us.
Right. No, yeah. See,
Totally safe.
Yeah.
TJ is one of those cities like it's safe for tourists because they don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Right,
fuck
'cause
up
they
the
bring
money.
the money in.
Yeah.
But you do have to kind of look the other way for like a kidnapping every once in a while.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like we had a good. I went to TJ. I don't know if I might have brought this up in the podcast, but I went to the last time I went to TJ was to get my braces off. And
That's
so we
the most
went.
Mexican thing I've
It
ever
was.
heard in my
It was
life.
cool. I was living in San Diego at the time. My
Oh, that's
uncle-
fine. That's 8 minutes away.
Yeah. So my uncle was like, "All right, let's get these things off." So it was like $50. The nurse was hot.
No.
My uncle was like trying to set me up with her.
I have braces.
Yeah.
He has perfect teeth now.
I got the braces off. We had tacos, and then we saw a kidnapping, and then
That's
we went
a-
home. and everything
My
was chill.
Mexican vacation.
Yeah.
Got my braces off, ate some tacos, sorry, kidnapping.
That's what everybody from the Midwest thinks going to Mexico is going to be.
And this is on top of saying, yeah, Tijuana's pretty safe. It's pretty
You
chill.
overlook a kidnapping here and there.
It was a guy.
You mule some coke. Well,
It was a guy on a chair in the back of a truck, just kind of just stuck on the bed of a truck. the kidnappers like pulled over to
like
grab some beer or something.
putting lighter fluid on him.
He's just looking at you like, help me.
Hell no!
Help
It's
me.
like that scene in The Town where the cop is just like
yeah.
looks
Nope.
the other way.
That's a very Boston thing. Like, I don't get paid enough.
Was Boston's was scary, not scary when you were a kid?
There was neighborhoods that you just
Okay.
avoided. Like my neighborhood.
Southie, right?
Yeah, that was like the Irish ghetto.
Yeah.
So I actually no. One time they threw
My
a-
people are there. Just poor whites.
Yeah, one time I was walking through what we called Charlestown at the time. That's where the town is, Charlestown.
Okay.
And I'm Irish, I'm white, whatever. And this old lady's like cursing at me in like Gaelic, like this Irish dead. I was like, oh, I've heard this before. My grandmother's, yeah. And then the next thing you know, there was like 15 kids throwing bottles at me. And I was like, I'm one of you.
You're not, though.
Yeah.
You're not.
I was like intruding. on
That's
their-
when you learn that you're not as Irish or as white as you thought you were. You're like, I'm white and Irish. I'll be fine here. And then this old lady starts yelling at you. You're like, I'm not white. I'm not Irish. I'm not white. I'm not Irish.
The old lady starts saying, shame.
I'm just poor.
Yeah.
Shame.
Never mind. I'm sorry.
I was like,
hilarious.
what the hell? I fell, ripped my pants. I was like, oh, this sucks. But yeah. So before the camera goes up, Lou, we'll start with you. Dream vacation, endless resources. You can go anywhere in this
Anywhere.
world except outer space. Don't say outer space.
That would be the annoying me when as a kid would be like outer space.
Let
Fuck.
me interrupt you for a quick second. I just did the Apple Vision because I just got my Apple computer fixed, and I went on the tour of the Vision, and they put me on the moon, and I almost cried. In the
Oh
Google
my
Vision.
god, bro! Yeah, same. My friend
I
had the
go, do
Oculus.
people cry in there? And he goes, kind of. I go, I can look 360 and I'm on the moon. I go, I've always wanted to do this since I was a boy.
Wow.
And he goes, you're on the moon. I go, I just went, I'm on the moon, and I could feel it welling up, and I'm like, something shouldn't exist like this.
Yeah, no, my friend put me on Mars.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, I could fucking cry right now.
Yeah,
bro.
because
Are you
you're on
serious?
Mars. It's
Yeah.
real photo, and it's 360. It puts you in it
Is this
so
the
much.
thing that goes on your eyes?
Yeah,
Is that thing?
it puts you in it so much that you're like, you're looking up, you're looking down, you're looking everywhere, and you're like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know why William Shatner is so poetic about going to space now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And then subconsciously, like, I have to piss on the moon. They're just like pissing in some guy's living room. I've always wanted to do this.
yeah, for real, dude. Dream vacation, I would say, man, I'm real easy. So I think I would want to do like a Kanye thing where I just go to like fucking Utah and just have a cabin for like a month and just have the homies there.
That's cool. That's cool.
Just have like a compound.
Just like
you
no
know?
one has to worry about work. No one has to worry about anything. We're eating good. We're just hanging. Just me and my people.
Barbecue.
Yeah,
There is something really poetic about that because my answer is not that.
Yeah. What do you got, Josh?
Japan.
Oh,
For all the reasons that Lou wants to have his friends there, I want the opposite. I want to be around 1 million people. I want to stay in nice hotels. I want to eat good. I want to do a lot of virtual reality. I want to do a bunch of weird stuff.
Yep.
Stuff I've never done. I'm not a giant anime stuff, but I like to go to the Gundam shop. I like to go to the forest. I'd like to see the
Mount
cherry
Fuji.
blossoms, Mount Fuji. I want to do it all.
Fuck.
It never comes up. Josh.
Such a good answer.
It never comes up. I used to live in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, for like 3 years.
That's like now.
Was it everything I described that I want to do?
For the first week.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. I want to do 10 days, and then I'll probably never go back.
And then you're like,
Because it's a once in a lifetime thing. I am saving up for it. So
and then you're the gaijin that like people just stare at and then look away and then say like,
yeah,
And then
By the way, that's like what did we just hit 300 on? I used to live in Japan.
yeah, at least.
We hit.
At
We
least.
hit,
Okay.
we just hit you're our 300th. I lived in Japan.
so weed and living in Japan are big on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
cracked the code.
You cracked the code.
You cracked the code.
Well, you picked the right guy.
Yeah. Drug abuse, Japan, weed, it's pretty much how we get down.
Not
Like-
even legal in Japan, I've heard.
No, you can get kicked out of the country.
Yeah.
They'll actually seppuku you.
Yeah. I thought that's how they handled all their crime. That's why their cops don't carry guns.
Yeah, they
They're like, hey, you got to